Coach, Brent Bohnhoff here at Dieterich. Coach, what do you return for a varsity level status this year?
We'll start off with our expected starters. 4 of those have a lot of experience from last season. First starting off with our senior, Caleb Gephardt. He averaged 17 points a game. If you haven't heard about him yet, you'll hear about him this season. Very athletic, great leader, plays the game the right way, and fun to watch. Next would be Lucas Westendorf, a returning starter as well. I think he's right around 17 points a game himself, close to 10 rebounds. I think he had 8.5 rebounds last season, so he's going to be a really fine player himself. Then you add Landon Kek, which would be a transfer from Sisney. He's going to be a nice addition. He shot 50% from the field, 40% from 3, and 75 from the line, so that's going to be really helpful. And then we'll have Jackson Funneman. He'll be our interior player. A lot of strength, toughness. He'll play center. He can get up and down the court and guard the opposing big man. And then you got Tanner Will, who'll probably likely be our other starter. He's a returning junior, had a lot of experience, especially at the end of last season. He's very athletic, very good defensively, gets up and down the floor really well, especially in transition, can finish with both hands, and really should get us in transition, especially with defense and getting into the passing lanes.
Caleb, you are a senior leader this year. You had a great junior season. What are the expectations for you as a senior, but also for the team?
My expectations are just to play at the highest level possible and make some noise and win every tournament possible and just win everything. And then play as a team, nobody playing selfish. Just go as far as you can at the end of the season. I worked really hard this off season. I did a little bit of everything, just focusing on little things at one time, and I tried to gain some weight, which I did because I know I'm on the skinnier side, and just put all the work in that I could for the whole off season. I just want to get better at every aspect of my game, but especially defense, and I want a more consistent jump shot. I would say those are the 2 main ones, especially defense.
As far as for Caleb Gephardt, he could be one of the best players in the state in Class 1A, but also one of the more underrated players. What does he provide from the athleticism part from last year? You guys put a great year together, but you guys could have an even bigger year with him as a senior leader.
Well, Caleb, it's night and day how much better he's gotten. He's probably one of the hardest workers around, for sure, on our team. He's put in the work all summer. Matter of fact, for the last 3 years, he's put in the work. He went from being a one-dimensional player as a sophomore to really advancing his game as a junior, and this season's going to be night and day difference. I think people are going to find out really quick that he's one of the better players in the area and that he's put in a ton of work. Athletically, he can pretty much do anything on the floor. He's got a long wingspan. He can really jump out of the gym. He's a very good shooter. He's not afraid to penetrate either side. He can space it out with his shooting. He can see the floor a lot better this season. And probably the biggest difference of him this season is his defense. He's not afraid to get his nose in there, and the previous seasons he was a little shy at times, and he's definitely got a lot tougher, and you can tell that he's a senior.
Mentioned Landon Kek. How huge of a piece his shooting and his versatility of knowing the game, adding that to the senior class and for Lucas and the entire team, how big of a piece is that for this squad?
It's huge for us. He's actually, I tell everybody, he's a coach's dream. He's just always in the right place, knows how to play defense. He's always in the right place defensively, always in always in help whenever you need help. He pressures the ball. Probably one of the better defenders on the team, if not the best. Offensively, he spaces out the floor. He can handle the ball. We can put him on the wing, put Caleb or Lucas on the other wing, so we have the floor spread out. So it should create a lot of space. And then just his knowledge of the game, he just plays it the right way.
Landon Kek. Landon, you're transferring from Sisney, and you're here now at Dieterich. You're a vital piece of the puzzle here for the Movin Maroons. What has the adjustment period been for you here?
You know, it's been kind of an adjustment, but you know, these are a bunch of hardworking guys. You know, put in the work every day. Great group of guys, love them off the court and on the court, and you know, we're just here to win a lot of games, work hard, effort, 110% every day, and hopefully just make some noise in the NTC conference. You know, I can shoot, I can handle the ball, good defender, and I think I'm just a good piece for this team. You know, the piece that they need, and I'm just here to work hard and, you know, do my role and just be coachable, be a good teammate, be a role model for all the younger kids who are watching me. And
What do you want to work on for your junior season to be that much more of an impact player that nobody wants to play?
you know, hopefully I grow an inch or two and, you know, maybe be dunking soon, but just being more athletic, better with the ball and better shooter, you know, work hard. I work hard every day and just trying to get more consistent with my looks and my dribbling.
Adjusting to Coach Bohnhoff in practices, and now you start in a week and a half to the actual game.
You know, he's a great guy, great coach, knows what he's doing, has us working hard every day, and he's a great coach. You know, it's been tough coming into a new system, but I'm fitting in right where I should be with Coach Bohnhoff, and just a great guy, great coach, good leader, good role model, and love him very much.
Now, as far as Lucas, just a junior, how he played some valuable minutes for you last year as a sophomore and a starter, but having that experience, being in the regional, being in postseason, and understanding what it's like to play here, what type of experience does it bring you as a coach, knowing that you have not just one player, not just two players, but a critical third piece?
Oh, it's huge. When you got that much experience, it makes a lot of the coaching things a lot easier. There's times where I'm going to be able to just let them play the game. They know how to play the game. They're not robotic. So Lucas in particular, he's basically a grown man and a kid's. I mean, he's 16 years old, but he's got a body of a grown man. So he's going to be very difficult to stop inside or outside. That's another thing. Most of our players, especially Lucas, they can play multiple positions. So Luke's really going to help us on the inside when we need him on the inside. But if he needs to help us out as a guard or handle the ball or whatever, he can do that as well. So as far as experience, it's huge for me as a coach.
So, Lucas, you as a junior, you're in the same shoes as Landon, but obviously he's a transfer. What are you guys doing together to show this is how we play here at Dieterich?
Well, we've been working hard every practice, every day outside of practice. We compete to make each other better. We put in work outside of practice. You know, we're at Brent's house every night, shooting around, putting more work in. You know, we want to work harder than all the other teams because we want to succeed more than all the other teams. Well, I know the amount of hours I've put in, and I'd really just like to contribute more to this team, take care of the ball better than I did last year, shoot a higher percentage, and just be more of a team player. And my main goal is to just help Caleb and Landon succeed. Well, we've been going really hard, working on a lot of the little things, and I think that all of our seniors have really taken a step up this year and became great leaders. Landon's a great leader, Caleb's a great leader. A couple guys like Cade Niffer, Luke Winnie, both stepping up this year, really trying to make an impact on the team.
Well, first of all, it's just been the whole team this season. This has been the most enjoyable season that I've had coaching so far. Everything's been really relaxing. A lot of it's due to our leadership, starting with Caleb, Landon, and Lucas. I tell them every day that our leaders have to be the hardest workers on the team. If they are, everybody else will fall in line. the freshmen all the way up from the bottom to the top. Every kid out there has had a really good attitude this season. They're busting their tails, they're listening. We're working on details this season. A lot of that is due to the leadership that we have from our leaders, our big three.
How important is it to have a transfer from Sisney, Landon Kek, a vital piece to the team now?
Oh, it's really important. He rounds out our team, and he's a big piece of our team. He can do just about anything that you want in a high school player, and he's going to make a lot of noise in this area. And if people don't know that he's here, they'll find out pretty quick.
Lucas, as a junior, started from last year's team, getting the varsity experience already. How do you handle being a teammate with him, knowing that you already played with him last year?
It makes it easier knowing that he also has varsity experience and that we both have chemistry that we've been building for years now. It just makes it easier on the court, and as a teammate, he's a good teammate, and he's a great scorer. He can do about anything you want.
What excites you the most that you have the God-given ability to be athletic, to jump and dunk a lot? I know dunking isn't everything, but it's pretty cool to show that we're back and we're here.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's something that I feel like every kid dreams of whenever you're younger and you see older kids from your school dunking, you just want to be like them. And it takes a lot of hard work. It's cool, it's fun. But like you said, it's not everything. But it is something that is nice to have, especially when you need momentum in a game and you can dunk it. It's pretty cool.
What is the number one thing that excites you the most with this group?
You know, we have a lot of good players on our team. Lucas, Caleb. You know, Lucas probably one of the best scorers in this area, you know. He's been a staple for the last couple of years. And Caleb, you know what Caleb brings. Athletic, good shooter, just a great player overall, great kid. Everyone here is great kids. And that's what you should know about us. We're all great kids, love the game of basketball. We want to come and work, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, I think that Caleb is going to be the most unguardable player in the area. I think he'll be the MVP of the NTC conference this year because I've seen all the hours he's put in. And me, myself, I can't guard him, and I believe I'm one of the best defenders. So I think that we're just going to have a lot of weapons this year that it's going to be hard to control. Well, there's a lot of great teams this year, and I think that we just have to be a team that you can't break mentally. And we're going to just play our game, going to push the pace, and do what we're comfortable with, and play really hard defense. And I think that if we do all that to the level that we're able to, then no one's going to want to play us.
This group that we have right now, this leadership that we have, I tell them every day that they're the start of a new culture that we have, and getting back to our winning ways, and they're a big piece of it. A lot of it starts at youth, so we feel that we have our youth programs rolling right now. We have a lot of good things going. We have a good junior high program. We're working on the girls program as well. So we have a lot of good things going on at Dieterich. Now it's just backing up our talk.
You guys have the opportunity to be a very big sleeper team in 1A basketball this season. When you hear that, what goes through your mind with the schedule you play? You advance your schedule more. Obviously, you play St. Anthony, NTC Conference foe, who is the number 4 team in the state, projected 1A now. What goes through your mind seeing the schedule you play, but also knowing that this team has the talent? Now it's got to put forth the effort on the court.
Well, first off, you just look at our conference, the NTC conference, year in and year out. Number one, it's got great players, but number two, it's got some of the best coaches in the area. So every night, no matter who you play or whether they're down or not, it's going to be a difficult game. As far as schedule, we've added Newton this season, so that's just we added that last week. So we have actually a week span where we played Newton, Lawrenceville, and St. Anthony within a 7-day period. So if that doesn't get us ready for later in the postseason, nothing will. But as far as schedule, we've been trying to add bigger games for the last 2 years. So in the last couple years, we've had Lawrenceville, Paris, Effingham, this season Newton. We tried Teutopolis, but they were full. But we'll play anybody. We're not saying that we expect to win every game, but we want to play meaningful games. So later in the season, it makes a difference.
Well, no matter the rankings, you just got to stay confident, and you just got to have the mentality of you think you can beat them, but also respecting them as your opponent and knowing that they're really good. But you just got to have the confidence that you can beat them, and I think everyone has that. Well, your main goals that you always are thinking about, especially when your team is good, and you're hoping they work hard and stay good, is just win every tournament, win conference, and just win conference tournament, and then come postseason regionals, late February, just go as far as you can and see what happens.
So last year you lose to North Clay in the regional quarterfinals. You add fuel to the fire and you want to get past that next step. What do you have to do this year to get to that point?
Well, it was a really tough loss, and they were a great team. But I think it just made us all realize how much harder we're going to have to work this year to overcome where we were last year. And so that's our main goal every day, is just get 1% better. Well, I think that with our leadership, we got the capability of having a 25 to 30 win season and going deep into the postseason. I think we have the depth and the want and the hunger to really go far this year.
We love the game. We've been playing since we were kindergarten, and great coaches, great teammates, and we're just fun to watch, very skilled, athletic, and it's going to be a fun season.
What creates the biggest challenge for you this year, knowing that this team has the potential to be a really good team?
Well, first off, we're very confident. Our players know they're good ball players, but until we beat an upper tier team, we're still tier 2. We have to go out and prove it. So, there's a lot of talk right now, which is a good thing. A lot of people's expectations have been raised, so that's a good thing for our program. But until we actually go out and beat the St. Anthony's of the world or the Altamonts, we're still tier 2.
What is the ceiling for this squad?
Well, I tell the kids every day that we want to have high expectations, so we have a lot of team goals. We'll keep that in-house, but I'll just say that if you don't expect to win conference, if you don't expect to win conference tournaments, and if you don't expect to win regionals, you're probably not coaching the right sport, at least in this area. So at Dieterich, we have an expectation to win a regional. We understand there's some very good teams in it, and it's going to be really hard to beat it, to win it, but that's our expectation, is to win a regional.
Not knowing what our capability is so far, and I'm just excited to see where we can go and how much all our work will pay off.
State tournament, I think we can do it. We just got to keep our heads in it, and just focus up for every game and be good teammates, work hard.
I think we can be very good in 1A, and I think everybody's confident that we can. Of course, we have to put the work in and work hard, but I think if we do, and we keep doing what we're doing, then we'll make a lot of noise, and we can be a team that people don't want to play.
I'd say the most exciting part is just seeing these kids that's put in so much work get a chance to go out there and show everybody how much better they've gotten, and a chance for our team to show how much of a team we are, and how well we play together rather than just individual. But it's really about just seeing these kids that's worked so hard and they've actually bought in, and people are going to see it, and it's just exciting to see them get a chance to show it.